Hi everyone, welcome to our presentation today. We'll be starting soon. Hi, welcome today. I hope everyone can hear me. Today is our sixth session on how to analyze UI design based on UX research. So today we are talking about tools for analysis. A quick wrap up of last sessions. As I said last time, the in the total or macro level, we can say that the research is search for people, discussion, then analysis. These are main three steps. Then we talk about in session one, organizing and interviewing. In session two, case study. Session three, data management. Session four, strategies for analysis. And session five, process of analysis. And today we are talking about tools for analysis. What are the tools we have to use for different analysis? That's a explanation I'm giving today based on the main basic tools. Okay, whatever we are talking is about innovation journey, that is from ideation, concept, look and feel, prototyping, MVP, and feedback. So these tools and interviews are good for ideation and concept. Then some tools are good for look and feel and prototyping, but mainly we are talking about UI designs. UI designs mainly on ideation and look and feel. Okay. So I'm waiting for your comments and likes. Also, you are free to share my presentation to your team. Also, you are invited to subscribe our newsletter for more detailed view on UX research and UI designs. Okay, coming to our topic. This is a conclusion or this is a takeaway we had in last week. Mainly, we are talking about this model based on six thinking hats. That's a quick responses, positive thoughts, negative thoughts, stories, walkthroughs, and ideas. These are the six baskets you have to conclude or you have to group the data for our conclusions. Okay, in quick responses, the tools you have to use is statistics based tools. So that is quantitative analysis using tools, using statistics. So in quantitative analysis, you start with descriptive analysis, that is percentage analysis, and counting the numbers and finding mean, median, mode, and central tendencies. Then kurtosis, skewness, variance, four movements. These are the main central tendencies. We can standard deviation. These are the main 16 central tendencies you can work on. So that is talking about descriptive statistics. Then after central tendencies, you get an idea about the data. That is very important. So that is not an analysis. That's while you go for central tendencies, you'll get a idea. That is actually the statistician is learning about the data while going through the central tendencies. Then the statistician will do the normality test. Then if the normality test is passed, you can go for correlation, regression, and that is a part of inferential statistics. Okay, I'm not going deep into statistical analysis because as a researcher, you have to learn statistics. And another important thing is if you don't know statistics, 30 or 45 minutes not enough to explain the statistics to you. So it's better you have to learn statistics. If you want to analyze quantitative or you have to learn quantitative methods, you have to learn statistics. That's the only way. That's the only way. People say that I am analyst. The first question I will ask, if you are a quantitative data analyst, People say nowadays people say I'm a data analyst. Are you using quantitative data analyst? Okay. So how do you proceed with central tendencies of the data? Most people say they go, I have that software. This no. Actually, you talk about central tendencies. You talk about normality conditions. You talk about inferential statistics. So without statistics, you can't do any data analysis in quantitative way. So you learn statistics if you are interested in quantitative analysis. So that's why I'm not going deep into that, but I'm giving it just basics of what are the things you have to learn in statistics. Okay, then we come to the positive thoughts. As I said last week, the sort analysis, then sort metrics and ranking. Positive and negative thoughts is the same. Then stories, analyze based on story theme mapping, role player analysis, perspectives, walkthroughs, parallel path, discoveries, irrational path, confusion metrics, then paradox text, then challenge map, idea, sort analysis, perception. So these are the basic tools what we discussed last week. This just I'm putting it in front of your mind again to understand or to recollect what we discussed last week. So I will explain the tools we are using. We have to use for each step, except statistics. So you have to learn statistics from your teacher. That is better. Okay, so what should be the approach towards these tools? So I will be explaining different tools. Also, you can add a lot of tools. There are a lot of tools available. I don't know whether you come across these type of tools in during analysis, but whatever may be the tools you are using, what should be the approach? The approach is you are getting data from participant. That's a raw data, raw information. When I say data, don't connect only to the quantitative. So think about qualitative and quantitative data you are getting for the participant. That is raw information. Then what you are doing, you are diverging the data towards different possibilities. Using different models and possibilities, you are diverging the data towards it. Then you apply your mind. Your mind means your logic, your theories. When I say logic, it's better to understand in the mathematical logic, not the induction based logic. So that's not a logic. So actually, I'm talking about mathematical logic and the different theories you learn. You apply that, then converging towards. That is the duty of analyst, that the data is exploring, then converging towards analyst. That's the purpose of the tools. Purpose of the tool is you have to explore the data into different possibilities and all the combinations. The data can work on multiple models and combination of models. It's exploring and concluding towards analyst. This is a basic approach towards any tools you use, whatever may be the tools. Maybe you're just counting the data. You're doing that. You're just going through the data and count it and concluding. So you're talking about a very deep paradox testing. Then you're diverging the data and do the test and convert. That should be the approach. That should be the approach to these tools. So these tools are a easiness procedure you have to use for analysis. But analysis is based on your knowledge and your mathematical logic and your visualizing capabilities. So these tools will support it. Okay, the first tool I have to explain is SWOT analysis. I think most of you are familiar with SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis is a beautiful tool most of the people are using. Not only for the professional analysis, their personal life also they are using this. Strength, weakness, opportunities, and threat. Whatever may be the information in front of you, you may have a new job offer, then you do. But your strength, weakness, opportunities of threat of that opening as well as yours, then compare what are your strength, whether the job opening requires that strength. That way you are comparing. This order is a beautiful tool. Most of the people are using it intentionally and non-intentionally. That is a very interesting thing. So non-intentionally also they are, when you come across a specific contest, actually you are doing this sort of analysis. That's a mind is set for that. What is the strength you have? You are maybe you are threatening from someone. There is a threat from the surroundings. What is your strength? You don't have strength. You have to run away from that. So that is your weakness, like that. So any other opportunity, any other things, I can protect myself. Okay, that's a way. That's a mind is set for that. But how to use, how to do in this context? It's the same: strength, weakness, opportunities, and threat. We prepare a scale, and you can see this scale is when you go away from the center, the effectiveness or the mm, magnitude of the scale is reducing. So that's where you can put, you what you have to do here is you have to use sticky notes. Take an idea, then do the SWOT analysis. So the red is always in the danger zone, yellow is okay, then green is good. So that's where you can put your sticky notes away from that. And when you put sticky notes, not only put it on top of the scale. The top of the scale is you're talking only about weakness, or on top of the scale you're only about the strength or opportunity and threat. But you can place at these points if there is, you feel that there is a chance for opportunity and threat, then you can sorry, or the weakness and opportunities, you can put it in that way, or opportunities and strength, you can put it in that way. So that's where you can put the sticky notes on this scale. So you prepare a model, a diagram like this, then put the sticky notes. That's very simple. Then I'm talking about multiple ideas. So as we said, we have to compare between multiple ideas, idea A, B, C, and combine, and any other ideas also. But the same sort analysis can be do for multiple ideas. You can use multiple colors for each idea. That's idea 1, idea 2, idea 3, idea 4, like that. You can use different colors and put it in one model. Then only you can do the comparative placement. Because if you do SWOT analysis in different sheets for different ideas, as a start you can do, but you have to combine that SWOT analysis to one sheet. Then only you can put the relative strength of these ideas or weakness. And you can also use multiple shapes for resources, user, and context. These are the different perspectives. After this, you can easily rank, because when you get the relative position, you can easily rank. Rank 1, rank 2, rank. This is the way the tool will work. I think this is very, very simple tool. So these tools are prepared by our team, but you can use these tools. Otherwise, you can prepare these type of tools from your own experience to analyze. So we what we do is we take a print of this tool, or we can take a big drawing sheet or digital drawing sheet also with this tool, then place the sticky notes on ideas, so you will get a relative positioning based on sort. Then my favorite and interesting tool is story theme mapping. What it is actually, so you know that you got a lot of stories. So one of the important information, one of the important basket is stories from respondent. So they will explain their experience as a story. So that may be a harmony, maybe a confusion, maybe a tragedy, or a Cinderella. So these are the main four paths most of the stories will fall into. Whatever may be the story, these are the four main paths. Then you have to map the stories, rags to riches. So it is having start from a problem that they have the key insight, support, recommendation, and actions to reach in a good fortune. So this is the one story that's always in the harmony, always in the progressing story. Rags to riches. Then man in a hole. So when the person visualize or see a good opportunity, but the problem faces, then he got the key insights, recommendations, and action. That's another way of progressing the story. Then tragedy. So start with a good fortune, and negative things, negative thoughts, but some of the positive insights, but still it's negative. Then at the end, it's a tragedy. Then Cinderella. Cinderella starts with problems, then positive insights. You face lot of obstacles, then recovery, then actions. Is good fortune. These are the four paths. So you have to categorize story. When a respondent says story, you have to categorize which category it comes to. Is it tragedy with your product or with your idea? If they use your idea, it will end up in a tragedy. That's the way you have to approach. So if your idea A is a completely confusing, so in idea B is having lot of confusion, lot of obstacles, but still it's ended up in good thing. That's the way you can analyze the stories. Whatever stories connected to each idea the respondent is giving, you have to look into the progress of the story and group it. This is the way story theme mapping. Then in the stories, there are a lot of role players. You have to do the role player analysis. What are the main role players in a customer journey? Decider, buyer, influencer, gatekeeper, user, initiator. These are the 6 roles in a consumer journey. So each role have its own importance. To understand this role, I can just inviting you to a context like if you are going to buy a phone for your kid. Okay, kid may be in a university, they need a phone. You are going to buy a phone for your kid. So look into that. Who is initiating? The kid is initiating. Who is influencing? Maybe friends of that kid is influencing because all the friends are using this type of phone. So I also need that phone. That's why the influencer. What is a gatekeeper? The kid is looking into the internet or dealer shop or different places for phone. So that's a gatekeeper, is the information keeper mainly. That's a gatekeeper who provides the validator or information to the customer. That's a gatekeeper, internet. Then decider. Who is deciding? Maybe your husband is deciding, or the father is deciding. So it's a decider. Who is buying? Mother is buying. So the buyer. Then who is user? User is your kid. So sometimes these roles will be having multiple effect. That is one person, same person is playing same role, multiple roles, but in some cases different roles, especially in the B2B marketing or B2B analysis stories. These 6 roles will be different always. Look, if you are going to buy a laptop for your organization, initiator, maybe the operations department. Influencer, maybe the quality department. Gatekeeper, maybe the finance department. Yeah, user is again operations department. So buyer. So this is the way it works. So finance is given by another person, buying is done by another person, and the influence is given by other person, quality is tested. So there's a 6 roles will be different in B2B. But in consumer journeys, most of the times, there are multiple roles will be there. One person will be playing multiple roles. Anyway, you have to analyze role plays according to these roles. You have to analyze the story. After story mapping, you have to do this role player analysis. So what are the roles influencing? When you put an idea A in front of the participant, what are the whether that participant itself deciding doing that? So he always talking about a friend who is having more capabilities than that person. He will refer to that friend for any decision. So influencers is coming in. Okay, so before using your idea, she will check in the net that gatekeepers are coming in. So that's the way you have to analyze the role plays. I don't know whether you people, as an analyst or the UI designer and UX researcher, whether you use these type of tools in qualitative analysis. in UX research. Just go through the stories and count it and put it in that person. No. So you have to use this type of detailed analysis, use this type of tools. Okay, next comes to perspectives. What is perspective? What is the perspectives towards thoughts? Okay, what are the perspectives? Maybe the facts and figures is one perspective, emotional intuition, feelings, that's another perspective, intellectual perspectives, and philosophical perspectives. These are the four important perspectives we can approach. You can approach to the information what the participant is giving. Then events, who is involved, action performed. This is another way of looking into the information, who involved, action performed, where the action performed, when the action performs. These are two important things, the perspectives and events. So you have to go through the information what the participant is given through these type of models. That's why I'm saying these models will support you to segregate the data. Then in walkthroughs, I already said there's a parallel path. Discoveries in irrational. What it is, parallel path. So actually, this is a very beautiful. Looks like a little bit complicated, but it's not a complicated model. It's a very detailed model. We call it as lens. That is, what is the purpose of the lens? It's to expand, magnify the information. So how it is doing? Think about our process. That is idea A, idea B, idea C. That is our process. You put it there. Our process. Then competitors process. When the participant says about competitors, whether the competitor process she's more fascinated or she's explaining what is the competitor process. Then any other ways to do this. So whether the participant explain any other ways to do this. How the new startups in this. So she may be talking about new people. So there are new things are coming in. Why should I go these type of traditional things? I have a new method. Okay. So, and what is the participant needs or client needs? Then supplier needs. So if something, they explain what are the supporting things the participant needs. Maybe when you use your idea, participant needs GPS, that type of supplier needs. So actually this model is based on 5 force analysis in the management, and it's compared with competitor, clients, rivalry, substitution, and new entrants. So this is a 5 force analysis based on this 5 force analysis. Then this is applied in a triple filter model. There's a triple filter. You can see 3 dots. What it is? The first one is talking about reliability. Second one is talking about good for now. Third one is talking about good for future. Is it good for future? So this is a triple filter model. What is triple filter? I don't know whether you know about triple filter. That's a very great model recommended by or used by Socrates in philosophy. So this tool is prepared based on 5 force analysis and triple filter theory, then applying in a context. So you have to put your idea here at the center and talk about beneficiaries and context, then analyze that idea. Then A, B, C, then combined. Then it will be magnify whatever information the respondent is giving. So it will give a very detailed, what is the competitive information, any other ways, what is the new startups is doing in this area, and our process, we compare everything. Okay, our process for idea A. So you will be discovering a lot of parallel paths, lot of new paths, discoveries, and irrational paths, and you will be having a lot of confusion after doing this. Sometimes you may not get all the information. Also, you have a lot of confusion, lot of good things, and lot of good things. So you can conclude to parallel paths, then new discoveries, and irrational paths. Then after this, what you have to do? You have to convert or migrate this information to confusion metrics. Another one, good one. Confusion matrix. What we like. What we like means the idea creator likes and what the respondent likes. So you will get a 2 by 2 matrix. That's what we like and client like, what we like, a client dislike. So we like, we dislike, client dislike, we like, client dislike, we dislike. So there are 2 by 2 metrics. You can easily understand what it is. So that's a good one is we like and client like. That is a perfect harmony. When we dislike and client dislike, that's completely away. So that is not a, should be included. But always you talk about these two other two boxes. That is we dislike but client like. Then we like and client dislike. So we have a idea A, but client dislike. That's these two boxes are more important. That's the two boxes you have to take decisions, because we dislike and client dislike, that is throw it away. So we need not discuss anything on we like and client like. Then we need not record much information. You just absorb it. But these two boxes, we dislike, client like, and we like, client dislike. These are the two category of information you have to take decisions. Then that means the confusion matrix. What do you have to do with the confusion matrix? You can do a paradox test. As I said, it's a reliable, good for future, and useful now. You can put these three questions in front of you and put whatever confusion you have at the center. Confusion means you have two things, whether I had to use it or not. That is the confusion. So we dislike, we client like, whether I had to use it or not. We like and client dislike, whether I had to include. So do it at the center and do the paradox test based on these three factors, then take a decision. That is another beautiful tool to support your analysis. Okay, after that, you concluded. Okay, you decided, okay, these are the things we had to include. Then there are a lot of challenges. There are some points you didn't include it, so you had to include according to the market information. There are a lot of challenges. And already you included some points, but there are a variation. There is a variation. So you have to sort. So you have to prepare the challenge map. So challenge map, when you solve it, when we solve a challenge technically or any other way, using the engineering method, mainly we talk about these challenges. Is a perishable and non-perishable. That is, can you sort it out? Can we solve it immediately, or it will become a long process? For example, if something happened to the brake system in automobile, it's a non-perishable. That's it will last for the entire uh, uh, until we scrap that automobile. But if some things are perishable, so some is a flat tires or something like that. So these are the different ways you have to understand the challenges. That is perishable, non-perishable, intangible and tangible. That is, it's very clearly reflecting to the user or not reflecting to the user. Then heterogeneous or homogeneous, that is that the problem will be a stabilized or sustainable problem. That's sustainable, that is that problem is creating issues continuously, or it's a one time affair. That is homogeneous and heterogeneous. Then inseparable or separable, that is it, you can put that challenge away from your product and not keep away from your product. That's a way that you have to put the challenge. So mainly the challenge talking about inseparable, separable, intangible or tangible, perishable or non-perishable, and homogeneous or heterogeneous. These are the way you have to group the challenges, because you already put a lot of challenges in front of you after this analysis. Then what you have to do? We have to do the perceptual mapping using these challenges. This is a challenge area you have. So whether you have to solve this challenge now, or you can put it in the next version or in future, that's a way. Is it a problem? It's a great, good, big problem. You have to sort it now, or we can keep the problem aside and we can sort it in the next versions. That way you can decide. At the same time, is it a need? The difference between problem and need is problem is something happening to the present system. Need is an additional thing or the additional facility required, the product required. That is called need. So in need also you can say that it's to be solved now or in future. That's where you can group the challenges with perceptual mapping. Always you can put x-axis or like a Cartesian plane, you can put the x-axis points in the left and right, and the y-axis top and bottom. Then you can do. Okay, after perceptual mapping, you are more clear about what you have to suggest. Then you can also put all these ideas into portfolio maps, which are the stars, the good ideas, bad ideas, it's a questionable ideas, and is continuously it's a usable continuously usable, it's a inevitable ideas. So this metrics is mainly based on the BCG metrics in management, but you can use it here, that is portfolios as stars, question marks, uh, failures, and harmony. In that way you can put the challenges into portfolios, the ideas into portfolios. This is a way, this is another tool to support you. Okay, that's it. And takeaways. So I really doubt whether you use these type of tools. Otherwise, you start using it. You can generate these type of tools for future. Also, you can develop new tools based on these type of models. We are using a lot of tools like this. You can just take the screen print and use these tools. Otherwise, if you need any other tools, you can contact me. I will share that tools to you. So what are the takeaways? So as I said, there's a quantitative methods. Quick responses is based on quantitative methods. There is quantitative analysis using statistics, descriptive statistics, and inferential statistics, you learn statistics. Then positive thoughts and negative thoughts using the same tools, that is sort analysis based on simple sort, then prepare the sort metrics and ranking based on comparative sort analysis, as I explained with these type of tools. Then story mapping, and role player analysis, then perspectives. This is a way to analyze stories. These are tools for analyzing the stories. Then walkthroughs using the magnifying lens, then confusion metrics, then paradox test, then challenge map. Ideas. Of course, again with sort analysis, you can analyze ideas using sort analysis, then using perceptual mapping, then portfolios. So I'm not saying that you have to use only this tool for your analysis. You can use your own tools or any combination of these tools. You can also develop your new tools or some other recommendations also, always welcome. But you have to use a tool for analysis. Just rethink what you're doing in analysis. You're taking the notes or taking the transcripts or taking the notes or debriefing with a moderator. Then what you're doing? Just going through the debriefing, then writing. How you convert the debriefing information or notes, debriefed information, videos, and transcripts to your report. Of course, you could not use quantitative methods. Quantitative methods is having a very limited area in UX research. That is, we can use it, but actually UX research is mainly talking about qualitative research. So how you convert that transcripts on story and debriefing, or what are maybe the deck you have from the field, from the data collection team or interviewing team, then how you convert into analysis. So you go through the transcript, then that's a question in front of you. How to write, how to convert that deck to you. So I already explained about the grouping methods. After grouping, still you are not supposed to write just by intuition. Use these tools. These are the tools developed based on management theories, statistics, and psychological theories. So you can see mix of all those things. Some models are from psychologies, some models are from management, some models are from statistics, some models are from philosophies also, philosophical models. So you have to use these models to convert, because we are talking to human, and we talk about human, intellectual things are happening, philosophical things are happening, and emotional things are there, and some data is there. So we have to look into all these aspects, philosophical aspects, because when you interact with a mind, these four things happen. So that's, I already explained the earlier things: physical personality, mental personality, intellectual personality, spiritual personality. So these are the different type of personalities available in a society. So when you talk about this a person, when you talk to a person, we are talking to humans, and they are sharing their life stories. So use the scientific methods to convert whatever data you received from a participant to report. Okay, I hope this is very interesting area. I didn't covered almost. I didn't covered all the tools, because a huge lot of tools are there. Lot of tools we are applying. So if I go through each tools deep into how to use this tool, and with a case study, then each tool needs each different presentation. That's why I'm not going through that. Anyone, if any of you required that type of information, you can contact me. Otherwise, you learn about these tools and use. I'm not saying that you have to contact me. You can learn about these tools. This is not a new things to the industry. Everything is available in management or psychology and philosophical method, statistics also. Okay, these are the takeaways for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Questions. If you have any questions, you can ask now. Otherwise, share your questions in the comment box. I will answer all the questions. Also, you can fix an appointment with me by scanning this QR code. Also, follow our newsletter. So I'm talking to you now from Innovation Roundtable Conference, Copenhagen. So we are participating in that. It's a very great conference about innovation. We are here, and also I am moderating a session, how to implement innovation index to change the organization culture. Tomorrow I am moderating a session in this conference for 45 minutes. I will share the important points in LinkedIn later. Okay, thank you so much. Waiting for questions. Thank you.